There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong.
Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me Isabel here with your September reset. I want to get this up early because I knew without a doubt that I was going to have a busy month. And we are going to have a busy month because 30 and 30 starts in September, if you aren't aware. I tried to straighten them and they just fell. Anyways, September's a big month. We've got 30 and 30 happening. So that's where you read 30 volumes or more manga than you normally would read in the month. I am, of course, going for a high number. We will discuss that later. I think I can do it. We'll see how this goes. But September's a busy month and I'm excited. As you saw, I've done a little bit of my Halloween decorating already. I need to continue to go through my bin of stuff and possibly sort out some things I no longer want. I like to use my decorations a lot, and then I kind of will readjust what I'm really using and not using accordingly. But the month of September, let's dive into what's going on. So as far as lives, read-alongs, all that stuff, I do have the live show for the Sarah J. Maas read-along coming. That is on September 6th. So we will be live talking about Queen of Shadows. I'm going to read Air of Fire and Queen of Shadows in the next week before the live show. I'm intrigued to see if I like it better because so far your girl has not been having the best time in her reread journey with this series. I do think that adds an interesting perspective obviously to the rereads, but also it's interesting revisiting something I have so much nostalgia for, I guess we'll call it. Kind of, is something that was key in a lot of my early reading journeys. The only other thing I have in September is I do have my members book club pick. So we will be reading as a group One Dark Window, which is available in KU currently, so that's great. I'm very, very excited for it, and we'll also be voting for October, November, and December picks. So I'm really, really excited for that and to see what we come up with for those months. But yeah, I love that it's just kind of a low-key month with 30 and 30 happening. I know there's no sprint schedule yet, but I'm sure we will be live randomly throughout the month to do some reading. There's that. Let's talk about Read What You Own really quickly because I didn't do great. I have not read enough. And here's the thing, I'm recording this a few days before the end of the month, but I'm basically up 10 books in my TBR, which is not terrible considering I got so many volumes of Queen's Quality last month, and I did say I would count that towards August, and I do still have a handful of manga I'm going to read, so I'm hoping to maybe enter into September with already a higher number reduced on my TBR than I normally would have. I'm reading, trust me, you'll get my wrap-ups. I'm reading, and I'm reading a good bit, but I'm not reading as much as I thought I would this month, I guess. I'm definitely reset from, the readathons and stuff like that, and I'm definitely reading. I'm just, I'm reading so many arcs is the problem right now, honestly, which do help and do count down my Read What You Own numbers, but because I'm reading arcs, it's almost putting me in a slump. You'll see that in the vlog when that vlog comes out. But yeah, so Read What You Own, not great progress. I am hoping to see a very big progress in September though, because August, like I said, increasing by 10 is not what I wanted, but we're here and it's gonna be okay. Next, let's talk about the hardest reading challenge of the year. So I kind of discussed this last month. I'm officially participating. It started in July. I will link to the launch video down below for y'all, but this is my progress update on that. I have 4 letters left in the alphabet, so that is thrilling. So I will have finished one more challenge. I'll show you my bingo board up here. I only have 7 letters left for my name, which is not terrible because I have a lot of repeating letters in my name. As much as we're going to do it, I'm not giving you my full name, but it's a lot. That's all I'll tell you. Then, of course, we will have our September release. I did read my August release in August. September releases, when I talk about potentials, I literally have a giant stack of books coming out in September that I'm going to be reading, so that's going to be a pretty easy one for me to get. I only have 3 more colors left to read the rainbow, and I haven't started a ton on the genre challenge, so I'm hoping to maybe this month get 1 or 2 more genres done. I do think I'm going to do my nonfiction, which will also count for my birth year book, because that is going to be A Short History of Time and Space by Stephen Hawking, because it's a 5-hour audiobook. So even if I don't love it, it's a nonfiction and it would count for my birth year top seller, which I believe one of those is purple, so I can double up, which is great. I am also this month hoping to like import all of my audiobooks into a TBR list to sort by the lowest rating, because I'm going to read the lowest rated items off my audiobook TBR. I'm feeling pretty good though. I'm still sitting at like almost 7% complete of the challenge. Ideally, I would be nearing 12%, but I feel like if I can knock out a couple more things this month, we're good to go and ready to rock and roll. I will be doing like a reading vlog where I read 3 books in 24 hours or more, or seeing how much I can read in 24 hours, which generally speaking is more than 3 books. So that'll be another challenge done, but I don't know if I'll do that this month or next month or when I want to do it yet. But yeah, I feel really good about this. I'm enjoying this challenge. It's kind of making me pick up some things that I wouldn't have otherwise. It's also ensuring that I actually step outside of my romance genre comfort zone a little bit more sometimes. And I like that. I like reading other genres too. So I think for me, like, it's just a really fun way to encourage me to like dabble elsewhere. Okay, let's talk about art. September is the lightest ARC month, so I have no excuse. I do need to note that I have 0 excuses to not get through my ARCs in September, because I only have 2. And because I only have 2 ARCs, probably 3, but one's not shown up yet, so we're gonna call it 2 for now. I just really have no reason not to get this done, okay? Like, I have to do this. It has to happen, you know? And those ARCs are Phantasma by Kylie Smith. This is a, like, they call it Caravel meets The Night Circus or no, Throne of Something by Carrie Maniscalco, that one. Throne of the Fallen, oh my goodness. Okay, anyways, this is supposed to be a really fun, gothic-y romance. I'm really excited for it. I really want to read it. I'm definitely picking it up this month. The other one is A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan. This is a dragon-related fantasy romance. I'm very excited. I like Sophie Jordan's historicals. I'm very curious to see how this goes. I'm curious to see if I love it or not. I actually have a physical ARC of A Fire in the Sky, so I do like need to read these. I have ARCs of both of these, so I hopefully will read them early in the month. We'll see. And then potentials. There are so many books coming out this month. It's wild. I have 4 like big new releases that I will be reading in the month of September, no matter what happens. So let's talk about those real quick. On September 10th, we have Broken by Daylight by Elizabeth Helen. This is the new Beast of the Briar series. This is book 4 in that series. Oh my god, it is book 4, isn't it? I'm so ready. Like, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for this. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to read this. This is our Summer Princess book, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. I will be picking it up on release day on the 10th and trying to devour it quickly, because on the 17th, we have Delayed Penalty by Tegan Hunter. This is like a birthday gift to my 2 September 17th birthday friends, May and Steph. I feel like, well, more so for Steph, it's a birthday gift. But this is the 3rd book in the Seattle Serpents series. This got delayed earlier this year because Tegan Hunter was having some health issues, which, like, totally fair. But in that delay, I feel like I've become more and more anxious to read it. Even though it's a nanny romance, which is not my favorite, I'm still really excited to see how it is and to read it, because they're like popcorn books. They're very fun and easy to read. Then we have Pucking Sweet by Emily Rath coming out this month. I'm supposed to get an ARC in the mail very soon for this. I got an email last week that it was on its way / getting shipped soon. So I'm hoping that means it's on its way, and maybe this week it'll show up. That's one that I will probably read as soon as I get it, but also possibly just stare at it for a while, because I don't know if I want to read it all and be like done and caught up. I'm very torn. I'm very torn, y'all. Very torn. But yeah, so that's coming. That is an MMF romance with Poppy St. James, our PR master of the Jacksonville Rays. And it is a romance we have kind of seen unfolding behind the scenes a little bit throughout the other 2 books. So I'm so ready, y'all. So ready. And then last but not least, we have Her Psycho Beast, which comes out September 26th. I just got an email this morning. It has the 1st chapter in it. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So this is book 3. This is book 3 in the series. I've talked about the series. This is the most popcorn read of your life. And I mean that in the best ways. If you pick up the novella and cannot put it down, that's how the rest of the books will be for you. You are just going to go. You are just going to fly through them. And you're going to look up and you're going to be like, oh my god, it's been 2.5 days, 3 days, whatever amount of time it takes you to read them, and I've not been able to stop. Started that novella, and I started book 1 that night. And then I did not stop for like, it took me maybe 3 days total, if that, to read all of them. And it was like over 1,300 pages. It was a lot. It was definitely over 1,000. It might have been under 13. I don't know. It was a lot. But yeah, I could not put this down. This is a really fun university academy situation. Fated mates. She has 5 mates. They're all of different shifting classes. It follows her journey of figuring it out. Listen, our heroine, I love her. but she was raised in such a way that she just kind of has to mess up and figure things out sometimes. And that was fun to read, to be honest with you. It worked in the story and it worked in the setting here really, really well, in my opinion. So I just had a blast, an absolute blast with these, and I'm dying for the next book. I signed up for an arc. I'm hoping I get it. It will be in my reading vlog if I do. Don't worry, because I will be reading it like right before it comes out. And then I'll start the wait for around there for the next book. But that's fine. I can wait. I can survive. I do believe we get the reveal of who the what kind of creature our shadow hero is. But yeah, we have 5 different love interests, and it is a white shoes. It is a bonkers pants. It is a, like, the epitome of popcorn read. You will not stop until you are done. And it's fantastic for that alone. So that's all my potentials this month. I'm keeping it pretty slim because I have to read for the Maas Effect, because I know I have to read my members pick One Dark Window, and I'll probably want to read that sequel right after. So like, I want to read things this month, but I also don't want to like put a giant amount of pressure on myself. So yeah. I'm hoping to kind of like pick and choose some of my hardest reading challenge prompts as well. So we'll see how that goes. Now, 30 and 30. Let's talk about my manga potentials. I've got a stack back here. We're going to discuss. So 30 and 30 starts September 1st. That's Sunday. I will be coming to you every Monday-ish. I think there's one Monday I might miss. So starting Monday the 9th, I'm going to have an extra video to talk through my 30 and 30 reads. So like, if that's not your thing, you can just skip the video. Like, it's cool. You don't have to watch it. But for my manga people, I wanted to come update you pretty regularly and not take away from my non-manga videos, because my goal is to read 90 volumes. I still have 3 full TBR shelves, pretty full TBR shelves. There's maybe a little bit of wiggle room now in my library. I want to be down to 2, if not less than that. So to do that, I have to read at least 90 volumes, at least, honestly, probably, hold on, let me count. These shelves hold about 50 volumes, we'll say, give or take, depending on size. So I want to read well over a shelf's worth, because I have books stacked in front of these shelves. So if I read 90 volumes, I should be down a shelf and not be stacking as much in front of the shelves. Fingers crossed. That's the goal. That is the goal. Like, that is the dream. So we are shooting for 90 and 30. My like low goal is like 75 and 30. Again, that would still clear a shelf. So I think I can do it, honestly, because I've read a good bit of manga this last month in August, but not too much where I'm going to be burnt out. But I don't know. We'll see. The other thing with the challenge of 90 is I do really need to prioritize my shelves, and not just digital and what I can get from the library, what's on my Viz Media app. Now, I will be reading some from my Viz Media app because I don't have all the volumes of Queen's Quality, which is one of the series I do want to read through. Most of, if not all of, during the readathon. But that is also not on my TBR shelf. So like, I have to prioritize this TBR shelf. So to do that, I pulled some stacks. We're going to talk about some things I do want to make sure I start reading and continue reading, because I've enjoyed these. And I just, instead of filling a basket this month like I've been doing, we're just going to kind of go through some potential options here. One is I do have 3 volumes of The Dragon Knight's Beloved to read. So I have volumes 4 through 6. And I would definitely love to get caught up on this. This is a really cute fantasy romance where she was like a maid and they were childhood, like they knew each other as kids, but the dragons love her, so she's like befriended them. Another one, Usatoki Rhetoric. I actually have 4 volumes of this total, I think, on my TBR shelves. So I have 2 and 3 here, but I have 4 and 5 as well. This is a really fun 1920s mystery situation manga. She can tell when people lie, our heroine, so that's been really interesting. But I really loved volume 1 and I just have not continued, so I feel like I need to do that. The constant of my life, catching up on Yona of the Dawn. I have 3 volumes here. I have volumes 39, 40, and 41. I would like to read all of these and just be caught up and call it a day on this series right now. Not like a day in a bad way, but just be like caught up until the next volume comes out. Of course, as I discussed earlier, we have Queen's Quality. I've only got 1 through 3 here, but I'm hoping to read through at least volume 10 of Queen's Quality. I'm missing 8, 10, 11, and like 18 and 19. So like if I read 1 through 10 and use my Viz app for 2, I feel like that's a win. That would be really good progress. It's going to reduce my TBR by a lot. Next, we have a series that finishes this month. And I actually have to go get volume 16 because I don't have it. And I thought I did, but that is Blood on the Track, volumes 13 through 15 here. I would like to finish this series. I don't know that I'm going to go back and reread it from the beginning, but I might. And if I do, that's fine, but I'm not going to like, this might be like an end of the month thing where like if I'm nearing 90 and I need to like read something quick, read through the beginning of the series to the end in one go. But I am thinking to do like a little mini themed vlog where I read through all of this and talk about what I think of the series as a whole and what I'm feeling. There are some series I own that I have a good backlog of, and there are some I don't. So one that I know I have a lot to read of is My Senpai is Annoying. I have volumes 8 through 11. I need to read this and decide, do I not want it anymore? I've just not been reaching for it, so I don't know. Maybe it's not working. Cherry Magic, I have volumes 4 through 6. 4 through 8. I gotta get volume 7, I think. But so this is one where I feel like reading 4 through 6 would be great, because it would just mean I need to pick up 7 and I can read 8. You know, I can really make some, again, progress. I Think Our Son is Gay. I have 1 through 5 of. The series is complete. I meant to read this in June. I did not. So I feel like, again, an easy option to pick up this month. We also have another one that I have a handful of volumes for, which is The Duke of Death and His Maid. Enjoyed volume 1. Never picked up 2, 3, or 4 that I own. So let's do that. And then Tsubaki Cho's Lonely Planet. I have volumes 5 and 6 to read. So I'd like to read this, see what I'm feeling about the series. Do I still want it? Part of this reading 90 for me is also sizing down my shelves. I will probably do a manga unhaul in October. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I already have quite a few I've pulled from my shelves, to be honest with you. And I expect that reading 90 volumes in September is going to result in me pulling some more things down from my shelves that I no longer want. I am trying to limit what I buy in September, and anything that does come in will need to be read that month. So that's also going to help keep this shelving from being more than it needs to be. The only other thing I'm thinking to get caught up on is Jujutsu Kaisen. I will do that via the Viz app though. So that's probably one that I'll use like when I'm traveling and things like that, where I need to read some stuff that I don't want to bring manga with me. I don't have a ton happening in September, so I do think 90 is possible for me. Right now, I think I have one thing where I'm like gonna need to bring manga with me, possibly, but it's not for super long. So I really think I have a shot at this for once. It's only 3 volumes a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but even only 1 volume a day sometimes can be a lot. But my goal is on Sunday when this kicks off to like read maybe 10 or 12 volumes possibly. Like, I need to buckle down and do it. So yeah, that is everything for September. Let me know what you're hoping to read, any new releases you're excited for. And then if you are participating in 30 and 30, what's your goal? Are you shooting for 30? Are you going higher? Are you doing the challenges? I will be doing the challenges as well. It's gonna happen. We're gonna do this. I'm excited. It's gonna be okay. I can do this. I can totally do this. Let me know all that in the comments. If you don't want to do any of that, you can leave me a sleepy emoji, because I, no joke, have Peas snoring in a chair and Millie snoring over here. Like, both sides of me have an animal snoring, and it's so cute. And I want to just go cuddle them, but I gotta finish filming. So, as always, if you want links to anything I talked about, those will be linked down below. Links to my friend, anywhere on the internet that I am, and I will see y'all in just a few days. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what